Stop. Stop. Button. Speech off.
I am back with another rant. These first couple weeks back have been something else. There is a lot more involvement from my mom. So, I mastered the route to English with only a few things here and there. The other two routes, I'm getting, it's just, the one in music, I'd say I've got down with the exception of, a couple things. Child development, that's still a work in progress. We had to, kind of work out a couple things in regards to the route. But with my mom's involvement comes a lot. Now we'll give her credit where credit is due for, giving me, extra time to practice, after school. Because mobility training, that's, once a week. Because the mobility instructor, when I told her I was struggling the first 2 weeks, she's like, hey, if you need more help, then we can meet up again. So we met up, made adjustments where adjustments needed to be made, and now the English route, or the route to English class, I mastered. With the exception of today, when I was in one of the buildings, I was in the building that's across from the building to my English class. That is my starting point, okay? And I get to the end of the building, past, the writing, they call it the writing center. It's the writing center. It can be the academic success center. Either one, I'm pretty sure anyone who goes to the same college would know what I'm talking about. Past the tables, past the chairs, there's another pop out with a trash can. I get confused because I noticed this weird little structure, or at least I think it's a structure. Turns out it's a golf cart, but somebody thought it would be cute to leave it blocking part of the damn pop out and the trash can, because I use that pop out to square off. I follow the crack, and then I go over to the building. Well, a crack in the sidewalk, before anyone gets any ideas. So I follow the crack in the sidewalk, take it over to the building, past 2 classrooms to get to the one that I'm in. Now today, they changed the English class that we're going to be in. I let the mobility instructor know, because I do not know if this is a temporary change or a permanent one. Because air conditioning in the class is broken, non-existent. I don't know. The point is, it gets pretty hot in there. And so the professor's like, nah, we're going to go to another classroom. It's in another building, which means new route. In October, I was planning on starting to take Uber, at least for that one class, and then slowly but surely start with the other two. And now that went to shit because, class change. And I tell my mom, because I've been thinking about this, because mobility was not authorized in spring semester. So I got frustrated to the point, I've been thinking about this in the spring semester, where I was like, I want most of my classes to be on the San Ysidro campus. I was going to take child development on the San Ysidro campus, but that went to shit. The class was waitlisted. I'm like, I already have one class that's waitlisted. I'm not going to deal with two. And no. So that plan that got foiled. That did not happen. So all three classes are on the main campus. I'm not saying that I can't do it. I am just saying that, because me and T, we talked to the guy from Hatlin, and he said, you can, well, I'll let you know if there's a spot open for you guys in January, but if there isn't a spot open, you guys can go in June. I am preparing to be here for one more semester. I am fucking frustrated. And I would, if it's my last semester here, like to make it easier. To reward myself if I master these routes. And to kind of give myself a little bit of a break before I go back to being on a big campus. Because when I go up to Hatlin, I am not going to come back. I am going to be on Sacramento. I'm going to go to Sacramento City College. And then I'm going to go to SF State. No, San Francisco State. I would only come back for like doctor's visits, the holidays, any time that I need or want to come back is when I would come back to SoCal. I was thinking, if I'm here last semester, like one last semester, I want to make it easier for myself. And my mom was not on board with it. Now, the college that I go to has satellite campuses. Otay, San Ysidro, National City, Coronado. Am I missing one? Shit. Otay, National City, Coronado, San Ysidro. I think the Coronado one is the one that they call the Crown Cove Aquatic Center. That one, I think it's its own little, like, aquatic campus. They might have other classes. National City, I think, has more, like, math, science classes. Even though, yes, they're on the main campus. It's just, like, I think each campus has its own area that it, like, specializes in, I guess. San Ysidro's more, like, education. I'm an education major. Special education, but you have to kind of major in, like, a specific category. They don't just kind of let you major in special education. I had to say special education because it's like, not everyone really knows what a teacher for students with visual impairment is. I feel like it's just us. Like, anyone who's blind, I feel like we're the ones that know. And then anyone else who's kind of like, I want to say in limbo, I want to say meh. I mean, I have like so many different words I can come up with for this. Basically, anyone who's not as involved is like, what the hell is that? So that's why I just said, I want to major in special education. When I go up to NorCal is when I feel like I can just like openly say, oh, this is what I want to do. Because when I was in high school and I told my academics counselor, former academics counselor, damn it, why did I say my academics counselor? Former academics counselor, okay. When I told her, she was like, okay, well, these are the classes I think you need to take. I'll give her credit. I mean, she tried. She really did try. I guess. Okay, I don't want to be mean, but damn. She really did try, but, not everyone knows, and not everyone is as, like, invested in something that isn't even gonna mean anything to them. I think that's the nicest way I can put it. Not everyone is as invested, and it can get annoying. And I just don't want to get, like, too wrapped up in trying to explain something and then feel like I myself am losing brain cells because someone who knows nothing about the field, or knows like 1% about the field, 1% knowledge about the field, is gonna be like, what the hell? Not explicitly what the hell, but they're gonna be thinking that, and they're gonna be saying something to me like, okay, I think you should do this. I'm sorry, it's just, after years of this, it gets annoying. It gets really annoying. So, and mind you, I was born and raised in SoCal. I don't think it's necessarily, I don't want to say it's a SoCal issue. It's just people that aren't as, you know, this is not their area. This is not, you know, you might hear about it and then you're gonna just throw that knowledge in the trash can because it just doesn't apply to you, or I don't know. It just, it's a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, I talked to the mobility instructor about this last week and about the San Ysidro campus thing. And she understood because I told her, I'm like, look, it's not that I can't do it. It's just I feel like I need a break before I, you know, go back to like a bigger campus, you know, go from Hatland, or like go to Hatland and, you know, Sacramento City College. I feel like I need a break. She understood. My mom did not. So we again had an argument, and she said that I was giving up. And she's like, if you're gonna give up, then you should not be going up to Sacramento. It's like, no, I'm not giving up. What I am doing is I'm giving myself a break. And she went from saying that she admired me mastering that route and trying to be independent to saying, you're a mediocre traveler. This bitch is bipolar. I'm sorry. I don't want to say it, but this bitch is bipolar. I'm gonna try to be nice about it. She's bipolar. Okay, there's no real diagnosis. I'm just saying that because she pisses me off. It's like, I looked into the satellite campuses. If I go to the satellite campus, it's not going to affect anything I do on the main campus. DSS works with like all the campuses, main campus and satellite campuses. What she does not know is communications was really on the San Ysidro campus in fall 2024. I lied to her and I told her it was on the main campus just to not freak her out because I knew she would want to make me drop the class. I had this gut feeling because she has said San Ysidro is not a good area. Mind you, I have been back and forth, you know, to and from that campus in fall 2024. And mind you, I came back in one piece. I did not get into any trouble. I did not do anything I was not supposed to do. Had anything happened to me, y'all fuckers down here would have heard about it and read about it in the San Diego Union Tribune. Because San Diego Union Tribune does not just cover San Diego, like San Diego area. Like, they cover Chula Vista, Barrio Logan, all these other places that are, you know, within, like, San Diego. Y'all would have heard something. Y'all would have seen something. I'm alive, fuckers. Like, that. She does not know this, though. My mobility instructor knows. My rehab counselor knows. My DSS counselor knows. But I never told my family because I knew I mean, okay, lying to them is like much worse, but I don't know. They would have said no. I know it's a small building because I've actually been there. It's 2 floors. I have been up and down those stairs. I have used the elevator. Oh my god, if she sees this, she's gonna shit bricks. But, she would have a fucking heart attack if she knew. She would. My dad, oh, much worse reaction. I think. I don't know. Or maybe he'd be like, I knew something was up. So I know a bit more about the San Ysidro campus than they think. And mind you, here is some background information. I'm going to find the story and I'm going to link it in a community post. San Ysidro campus, after this incident that happened at a McDonald's in that area, they tore down the McDonald's, and I think San Diego County sold that property to the college for $1. I found this out from my former political science professor, and I've been hearing whispers of this in fall 2024, but I wasn't sure if it was true. And then she confirmed it when we were talking about like some current event stuff and like a couple of other different things, and she showed a documentary about the NRA, and like we had this like whole conversation, and then she brought up that campus, the satellite campus, the San Ysidro one. So she confirmed what I had already been hearing whispers of. And my communications class that I took on the San Ysidro campus still counts. In fact, they were the ones that sent the email about the child development class that got canceled on the main campus, and they said, oh, there's another one on the main campus. It looks like all the campuses work together, or like the people on there work together, because I mean, I'm getting this information from the emails, and there's like things I've heard and my experience as well. My communication class on that campus still counted. It showed up as complete on my transcript for my DSS counselor, who is on the main campus. The campuses work together. My grades show up for, it shows up on the page because all of the campuses are, they're how do I say this? They're the same college. Now today, she starts questioning my mental capacity. And she's like, I'm not sure if you're thinking straight. I'm like, yo, I'm thinking I'm fucking tired. I'm thinking if I have to stay here one more semester because there are not 2 spots open for I want to make things easier. How did she let my brother deliver packages in National City for Amazon, and she says it's a shitty area, yet I cannot go to a campus that's smaller? It's probably gonna be easier for me to access, and I don't know, she's just super nitpicky. And then I am going to talk to the director of disability services, because the route to child development, let's just say there are a few parts that are not so safe. And also we're going to talk about, there's one part that includes a street crossing. That little beep boop street pull button. It's cute, but we need one that talks. I cannot see the fucking flashing lights on the ground. I have no sight, for those of you who are not aware. And we have to talk to her about that. There are also these little, I don't know if they're like clip-on sprinklers. My mom said they were clip-on sprinklers. In some of the planter boxes, there are also rocks in certain areas for, I think, 1 or 2 of my routes. And they're pointy-ass rocks. They're not mushed up gravel. Not even those like little pebbles that you can walk on. And they make that like little pebbly noise. No. It's legit. I haven't felt them, but she saw them and she's like, no, they're dangerous. Pointy ass rocks. So she took pictures of the route to child development. Oh god, I'm gonna have to send those to the director. I hope we don't get sued for taking pictures. My mom said it looks like somebody saw us when we were doing the route and she stopped to take pictures. She said she saw, like, someone kind of looked over. She thinks it was a staff member. This was like 1 or 2 weeks before. And I'm like, I'm a little scared about sending the pictures. All it was just pictures of the planter boxes, the scary part near the ramp. Just to kind of give her an idea. And then I hear her saying that she's disappointed in me because she thinks I'm giving up. And then she wants to bring up my crappy mobility skills from like elementary through high school. Look, those were tough times, okay? I'm trying to pull back from that. And then you want to know what she decides to say? She and my dad, they're like, oh, we found this AI cane. Which I understand. Like, I would want to try it. But for me to ditch the cane that I have and then just go to like an AI cane seems, I don't know. But they're like, oh, you know, you should not forget how to use your old cane. But it's like, wouldn't me using an AI cane be cheating? Even though, I mean, you would be supporting like somebody who's blind who invented it. Because, mind you, I think the dude's blind. I'm gonna put a link in the description so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But bro, I need another murder documentary. Okay, no, we're not gonna go there. But it's hard to get her to understand. If I looked into all this stuff, but I mean, I think I would have to kind of like come clean and tell her, hey, I was on that campus. But I feel like if I do, shit is really gonna hit the fan. And right now I'm not exactly in the best position, to be honest. And yeah, it's just not fun. This shit's not fun. She wants to call my career choice into question. I've had somebody do that to me in middle school. Like, she's saying, oh, because you struggled a lot in school, and, you know, all the stuff that I struggled with, and just, you know, various things. And she's like, you know, she's like calling into question the career choice. She has been doing this for years. She's like, be a court reporter, be this, be that. Like, dude, I do not want to be a court reporter. I do not want to be a lawyer. Actually, being a lawyer is probably the worst idea right now. Y'all should already know why. For anyone who knows of, like, the lawyers and judges that are being, like, targeted, I'm like, bruh, no. And after these next, like, 4 years, who the fuck knows what we're gonna be? Where we're gonna be? Like, I was gonna say what we're gonna be hit with. Well, where we're gonna be. I'm not gonna put myself in a position where I'm, like, stressed. Like, way more stressed than I would be if I was a teacher. And then here's my mom asking my brother, well, if you were blind, what career would you want? Or what would you... Dude, I know you like your hypotheticals, but I don't know. I just want to prove to all these bastards that I couldn't do it, that I can. And more than anything, bro, like, this is, it gets to me, because it's like, I was told by Nicole, we're gonna call her Nicole, from middle school and part of high school. This is the one who had the heart attack. I don't see you being a VI teacher. Yes, my advocacy skills were shit then. And yeah, I still have things to work on now. I'm not denying that, but I am saying, and this is why I referred to my mom by this person's name. I was like, okay, Nicole M. I'm not gonna reveal her real name. And then she goes, well, I'm not, and she's like, why are you calling me that? And I'm like, you're saying the same things that she says. I don't know. Literally, what has calmed a lot of, like, the angry nerves are true crime videos. Like, I know I'm kind of confessing this. I, like, confessing to having true crime videos as a stress reliever. But it's true. Not action movies. Just people, you know, going through, like, all these crime stories, and or someone wants to get revenge, or, you know. I have been thinking, just like as a little side hustle thing, or not side hustle, just like as a little, venting frustration, I have started a crime of passion story. I'm not gonna put it out there, but it has been one of those things to calm my nerves. It's just something that I write for myself. odd, I know. But it's literally kept me from freaking the fuck out. Mostly, I mean... Probably shouldn't have cussed her out. Probably shouldn't have said, oh, you were not in college, so what you say doesn't count. But it's like, you're not blind. I'm the first member of my family who's blind. I don't know, like, I'm trying here. Your dumbass can't even give me credit for trying to cross a fucking street and trying not to get killed by a fucking car. Oh, wait, you can't. 'Cause you're too pathetic. And then you go from praising me for trying to being a fucking dipshit. I'm sorry. You're fucking bipolar, and I told you that. You are fucking bipolar as hell. Fucking bitch. I'm sorry. But this is what you get when you're literally pissing someone off. This is exactly what you get. There's a lot more, but I'm leaving it out. Just... I'm trying, but we go from one thing to another to another. I think I have everything down, and then something happens. And then she says it's cruel that we're expected to walk on campus on our own. How can you say it's cool to have that expectation while praising me for trying to be independent? I don't get it. And then she goes, if they offer you the golf cart, you know, for you to ride in a golf cart to your classes, take it. So then was it mobility training that was authorized for nothing? Do you realize that's shitting in the face of, like, mobility training that I struggled to get this last time? And you're over here telling... I understand, okay? I get it. But for her to be like, oh, they should only teach you the route to that one building where, you know, my starting point for English. And she's like, they should teach you that route, and then the rest of the time they should take you to classes. I'm like... Put your ableist crack pipe down, you fucking... bipolar... Okay. Before I say anything else, before
Speech on.
I tear someone a new butthole, I'm gonna pause.
Stop button.
Because I know that if I don't, I am going to stir the pot way more. And I kind of don't want to do that. Actually, I kind of do, but who cares? Who fucking cares? Your mom! No, I'm just kidding. It's just this. It does anger me. Because which is it? You want me to be... are you going to support me being independent on campus? Or are you going to say it's cruel that they have that expectation of you walking on campus? I mean... what kind of fucking talk is that? Yo, if she tried to work at DOR, she'd be fired instantly. Well, actually, after the first day. This woman would not make it. She wouldn't. Oh, no, she would not. She would not. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. It's hard. It's hard, bruh. Or at least her. Like, for anyone who needs a golf cart, for anyone who needs someone to take them in a golf cart around campus, I have nothing against that. If that's what some of y'all did, I don't care. I'm just saying that for me, it would be a slap in the face because of mobility training that I struggled to get because, fall 2024, that was fucking euphoria. Spring 2025, oh shit, no. Didn't get mobility. This time around, it was a bit of a struggle. Don't tempt me, because I will spill more. I will. I will spill every single goddamn okay, not dirty. It's just every single goddamn annoying thing. I have a lot. Even things that she might not remember. There has been some, glorification, too, of certain people. I don't know. On the pause.
Stop
Where
button.
are we at?
Duration 38 minutes, 23 seconds.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Stop button.
Seriously, if anyone in the comments can go in and say what is the legality of the photos that we took, because all we took was photos of parts of the campus layout where I'm walking. If that staff member saw us, or whoever it was that saw us, I hope that person doesn't snitch, because we were not even taking pictures of anyone. We were just taking pictures of the campus layout. And so that's what I'm saying. What is the legality? Anyone know? I'm not gonna attach the images. All I'm gonna say is, we did not videotape or photograph anyone. So, anyone has any answers on legality? Tell me before I do something and shit hits the fan. I'm like, no, because when she said it looked like somebody saw us, I was like, shit. No. I'm like, bruh. No. No. We do not. We do not need that. We do not need that.
Duration, 40 minutes, 52 seconds.
So,
Stop button.
legality of that, please, before I... Okay, you know what? If I don't get a response, I'll just, like, send this stuff and explain, like, what's wrong with those parts of the campus layout, and I mean, they can't do anything if nobody's faces are in the photos, right? Like, they can't. Or at least I would think they can't do shit. Because it's not like we're... Bro, Yo, we're all scared. Can you not fucking tell? I'm scared. Because like I said, this is the first time we do anything like that. Taking photos as proof of like what's wrong with certain parts of it.
Stop button.
Well,
Duration, 42 minutes, 34 seconds.
I'm gonna go. Boy. Actually, no. Boy.
Stop button. Duration, 42 minutes, 53 seconds. Stop button.